love me, yeah.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture, I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Yeah, the Meek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Jop, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang, Merrick shit, it's how we music, nigga.
Fair YouTube usage. Fair YouTube usage, y'all. Let's start this out right. You heard me? Shout out to my guys, Hard Rock out there from Patterson, New Jersey.
Tell them when you knock that CO out, man. It's the documentary.
CO that is dead and dead, niggas.
This man here different, y'all. Real rap. Let's go.
Niggas know where I be at and they know where to find me. Anybody ever try me, put that on my mommy. If I have to catch a body, it's gonna be a body. Real nigga called me Hardy, I'm the ghetto Gotti. Hope you running quick fast when I blow the shotty. Or you gonna need a shit bag when you go to potty. I just got my racks up off the perk and Molly. But always been a dope boy since my nose was snotty. Since a little goon, dope in a little spoon. Mobbing at my auntie house, trapping out a living room. Waiting on my sentence date, gotta go to prison soon. That's the consequences for my gun going bitter boom. Bang, nigga, still the same nigga. Buddha cane, nigga, half a brick in my book bag. On the train, nigga, niggas ratting on their day ones. That's a shame, nigga. Same way you take the joy, nigga, take the pain, nigga. Had to man up, had to get my bands up. Fucking with them knuckleheads, it got me jammed up. Ain't nothing like them bullpens when they crammed up. Hardy 10 toes down, bitch, I'm stand up. Ain't no fuss with me, ain't no iron us with me. Anybody got a problem with me, get in touch with me. Anything about another nigga, don't discuss with me. Kicking dirt on a nigga name, shit disgusting me. Shit disgusting, bitch. Shit nasty out here. Niggas know where I be at and they know where to find me. I ain't Martin, I I ain't cold, but I be with the Tommy. I be mixing up the sowie with the suey, nigga. In the kitchen with the bud like I'm Rudy, nigga. If I'm saying I'ma do it, nigga. I don't need no fucking shooters, I'm a shooter, nigga. It was that before the sign of how they raised me. It was aggravated robberies they gave me. I was thick as shit, bloodhound liquor shit. If we find out where your door at, we gon' kick your shit. If your safe got a lock on it, we gon' pick your shit. For that bass, I gotta have a fiend do some wicked shit. Staring up the coat, bubble up the pots from them cold corners where you gotta double up your socks, scoop your bitch up, gotta sit comfy in the drop like I'm freestyling how she got me coming off the
Another
top.
day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? There you go, East New York. I already had it lined up. Yo, shout out to everybody in the building. I don't know if y'all heard that last part that Puff said. He said money is power. Puff said that money is power. First of all, we're going to get into what's going on with Puff. You dig? We're going to get into what's going on with Puff. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. As y'all know, if y'all ain't see my live yesterday, yo, ABG, Big Dice lost his job. Yeah. Y'all ain't see the live yesterday. I lost my job. Y'all go check it out. Grown folks conversation, great attitude, had a good night's sleep. So your boy gonna be going live with y'all a couple of times, maybe, depending on the reception of the crowd. Nah, I'm just bullshitting. Shout out to all my people that have been pulling up, holding me down, and the members, whether you're a member or not. Your boy gonna be going live every day. You dig? Some things we got to talk about. We're going to talk about Puff because Puff got money. Puff got a lot of fucking money. And if y'all can hear me crystal clear, anybody but a dead body, do me a favor and drop them dice cubes in the link for me. And we can get into this one. I got time today. Only child is in the building. She said, Big Dice, you crystal clear. That's right. AP, old East New York, old Brooklyn is in the building. He said, Dice, you crystal clear. So let me get to the top. Let me get to the TOP. NG, baby, is the first one in the building tonight. Appreciate you for pulling up. Cali with Love, a.k.a. Chillin' with Love, is in the building. Miss East New York 318 is in the building. Only Child is in the building. City Boy Floyd, he said, I'm on the road painting homes in Florida, bro. Be home in an hour. Salute. ABG, Big Brooklyn, Long Live Pop is in the building. Hey, Miss Tanja. She said, Grand Rising, Big Dice, and everyone in the chat at work tapping in. Oh, we got my sister Annette up in the building. She said, they said he was guilty of being a freak. My baby Keisha's in the building early in the morning. Thank you for pulling up. They said he's guilty, but he's guilty of being a freak. They say he's guilty, but he's guilty of being a freak. If y'all don't know, for the racketeering charge, the one that was the most time, the federal racketeering charge, the RICO charge, that they had a hung jury on yesterday, today they got a verdict. Not guilty on that one. See, they fucked up. No, hold on. Let me say that again. Hold on. Hold. Shout out to motherfucking Sean Combs' defense attorneys. Shout out to his team. Hold up. Let's get this shit straight. When you go to court, especially if you're arrested, whether you're guilty or not, it's your lawyer's job to prove that you are not. Ain't that right? It's your lawyer's job to prove whether you are guilty or not. Hold on, y'all. Pardon me, y'all. My cousins and them is cutting my grass in the yard. Egypt making it seem like somebody trying to come through the window, like she ain't never heard the yard getting cut before. That first charge, matter of fact, Annette said, Puff's image and character is tarnished. That was also the goal. His team didn't do shit, Dice. It was his money that spoke for him. But he beat it. Everybody's talking about how Puff Daddy beat the feds. Because the RICO charge is conspiracy with the racketeering and all that, not guilty. Sex trafficking by force, not guilty. Y'all heard that? Because they was trying to make it seem like he was just strong-arming chicks. Sex trafficking by force. Yo, you're coming here and you're gonna sleep with us tonight. You're gonna sleep with a group of us, and we're gonna watch it, and you're gonna enjoy it. They got him not guilty for that one. Transportation for prostitution, guilty. They got him guilty on that. Okay, he sent the plane, a private jet of his, somewhere to pick up, like I said, the women that are anticipating going to the parties with Puff and them. They waiting online. We going to a Diddy party. Now they said for him sending his planes or his buses or his tour buses to get women to come to him for adult consent to sex, he's guilty of. Sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, not guilty. transportation for prostitution. He's guilty. So Puff is guilty for paying for somebody to bring some women to him or bringing women somewhere to have sex with him and his friends. That's it. What they can prove is that he's responsible for sending planes, the tour buses, the vans, the luxurious Mercedes. He's responsible. All right, cool. He's guilty for that. Oh, yeah, that's a fact. No. Don't be sorry about that, East New York. She said, yo, you really lost your job, guys? I'm so sorry. No. Don't be upset for that. Y'all take that like I take it as a blessing. Because like I said, when it gets to the fact, and I said this yesterday, if you watch my live, if you are working for a company that really appreciates you for your mind, your integrity, your moral compass, your principles, you people are blessed. But you got to understand something. Down here in the South, that's not really too much of the requirements. You understand what I'm saying to you? That's not really too much of the requirements when it comes to some companies. When it comes to the majority of companies, especially when it deals with anything pertaining to production of land or grain or feed, anything like that, everything is expendability. That's a fact. But back to Puff. All them people that came to court and testified against him, the Kid Gutties, forgot the white lady's name from Vanity K. All them people that got on that stand, all them people that got on that documentary that the prosecuting team put together against them, all them people that sat up. If Puff come home, people are saying they terrified, they scared to death. They scared to death. If Puff is released to the street, people are terrified that he's going to have some type of retaliation in his heart. Now, check this out. One thing I do have to say about Puff. Do I think he's a slime ball? Yes. I ain't fuck with Puff since Big died. Facts. I'm going to tell you why I ain't fuck with Puff since Big died. Because I've really lost friends. Puff and Big was supposed to be inseparable. He had this image of him being the bigger brother or the role model to Big. Then, unfortunately, when Big gets his life taken, 4 days later, he's on stage with Sting and Faith Evans in the choir from Harlem screaming, "Missing you." I don't know if y'all seen that television show called Poker Face with the cool white chick with the red hair. Bullshit. That's what she be saying. Bullshit. If you saying a lie to her, if you say something that's a lie, she go bullshit. She's a human lie detector. I don't know if y'all ever saw this shit called Poker Face. Make sure y'all go check this shit called Poker Face. It's a TV series about a Caucasian lady with red hair looking something like Cyndi Lauper. She has the attitude and the mind state of Columbo. And check this out. She's on the run herself because of her talent. She went from casino to casino, got large sums of money, became extremely rich because of her ability to know if someone's being deceitful. Since she's on the run, she can't stay in one place. It seems like a combination of the Incredible Hulk and Columbo. You see how David Banner, the Incredible Hulk, he's always going from state to state or different situation, and then something happened where he got to save the day and he got to walk off. Well, it's just like that with her. If you ever saw it, I'm telling you it's fire. If you didn't see it, if you got any type of streaming platforms, make sure y'all check out Poker Face. But listen what TMZ had to say. Listen to what TMZ had to say, because they made it seem like Puff was gone. Puff ain't gone. Yeah, YouTube usage.
Any question? The loser today is Diddy. The jury has come back with unanimous verdicts on 4 of the 5 counts. They are hung up on racketeering, but they have reached verdicts on sex trafficking as it relates to Cassie, sex trafficking as it relates to Jane, the Mann Act as it relates to Cassie, and the Mann Act as it relates to Jane. The judge has sent the jury back and said, continue deliberating. They have now recessed for the day. They're coming back tomorrow. And in a minute, I'm going to tell you about why I believe this jury is probably going to come back tomorrow. And let me just first break down why I think this is bad news for Diddy. The Mann Act is easy. It is the transportation of a sex worker across state lines for commercial purposes, prostitution. I mean, I don't see how the prosecution did not prove that. And the fact that the jury came back this quickly, it tells me, look, I don't know, but it seems like he's cooked on those two. As for sex trafficking, we have to look at Cassie and Jane separately. To prove sex trafficking, you have to show that Diddy committed these acts using fraud, force, or coercion. It's interesting as to Cassie. The jury wanted to hear about a trip to Cannes. They wanted the transcript. And this is where Cassie and Diddy flew back from Cannes to New York. On the plane, Diddy showed Cassie a freak-off video that she was on. And he said, if you, according to her, if you don't engage in a freak-off with me when we land in New York, I'm going to show this to your mother and release it publicly. If the jury believes that, that's it. It's coercion. And it's interesting, they honed in on that during their deliberation. Now, they could go either way, but that was, I thought, all along, the most direct evidence of coercion, if you believe Cassie. And I think he's in trouble.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds were cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a guap lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading they clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like, high from who? Bound to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
You's a bitch ass nigga. That's a fact, man. You's a bitch, nigga. You's a bitch ass nigga. On my soul. You a pussy, you ain't shit without that pole. You's an internet nigga, you's a troll. Let your day ones put they trust in you when you told. You's a bitch ass nigga. You niggas mutts. You be out here pillow talking to these sluts. You the type I fuck around and get you touched. You the type be selling mids and be telling them it's brunch. You's a bitch ass nigga. It never fails. On my block, you get shot for making sounds. We be focused on the plan and run the world. You be joking on your mans in front of girls. You's a bitch ass nigga. Just another sucker. You's a chain snatching money going motherfucker. You the nigga in the circle that I caught stealing. Man, I cried cause I couldn't kill him. You's a bitch ass nigga. Why you a hoe like that? Why you gon' snake your right hand for some dough like that? Why you gon' run up on a pack that he gon' throw right back? When you real shit don't go like that. You's a bitch ass nigga, bitch. You done ran over some bricks, you done copped a couple fits, now you frontin' like you rich. You's a bitch, you done hit a couple chicks, now you all up in a mix.
Yo, GP, I see you in the building. Salute. The amazing Caucasian, my sister from the Canada, is in the area. She said, Greens Big Dice in the chat. I knew he would get away with that. Annette said they asked for $1 million bond. The judge will decide today. She said that man is going to walk out today. Let me explain something to you. One thing. I can't be biased. One thing. It's only one thing I actually give Puff's props for. And I ain't no Puff Daddy fan. But I am a fan of the way we were raised. I am a fan of that era I come from, especially when they said, if you get cuffed up, you don't say nothing. The shit with him beating on Cassie, I do believe. If not jail, he should go somewhere for some help. Do I think jail is going to help him with his situation? No, I think if they put him in a cell or penitentiary, so forth, whatever you want to call it, I think that's going to enhance his arrogance and his anger at the same time. But I think if instead of them putting him in jail, see, you got to understand, some niggas is really twisted. He, in his mind, he still got that I'm Puff Daddy, I'm P Diddy shit. So for him to go to jail, he's not worried about anything pertaining to jail, because I don't know if y'all remember the TV show called Empire. Remember the TV show Empire? Lucius, Safari Henderson, Cookie. Oh shit, she said, Dice, bye-bye, Tisa. You know I'm not gonna let that go. I think that's the lady she talking about. Now let me explain something to you. Are you talking about the lady that be having like 20,000 in her chat, that be standing in front of the courthouses with the big forehead, East New York? I think that's who she talking about, because let me explain something to you about her. Nah, she wasn't my favorite. I just liked her articulation and I liked her delivery. I used to watch her periodically about everything. Like when it comes to her gossip journalistic key, now I give her that. That I will give her. Now, did you ever ask me if I feel as though she's insane? Okay, since we got to have this conversation, yes, I think she's crazy. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. I think she's crazy. But you got to pay attention to something. Einstein was a genius and he was deemed crazy. The reason why my, you know what I'm saying, analogy of her might being a little off is because this is just my analogy. A beautiful woman, pay attention, seems to be intelligent. It just seems like a whole bunch of her life in her brain is consumed by celebrity gossip. Because way before Puff, I used to see periodically in the algorithm, she had come through, she was covering this, she was covering that, she's covering this, she's covering that. Very articulate. But I still say insane. This is a fact. Do I say she's insane? Yes. I start to say to myself, does she have a man? Because I would be worried if I was dating her as a man. Number one, everybody knows where you at. Let's say that Diddy is this real, mythological, horrific person in the mind. What if somebody told him that she was doing the podcast pertaining to his trial step by step daily, and she had inside confirmation from what was going on with the trial? What if he really was that type of person where he would send somebody to harm her? Now, that's why I try to tell him, and I said this before. You know what? I forgot. You know what? Put his link in the chat. Drop his link in the chat, East New York. Do me a favor and drop his link in the chat for me. Drop his link in the chat. Now, that's the only thing that I really, you know what I'm saying, liked about the lady, because like I said, as far as what I see with women or some women on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, shout out to Miss Miyagi. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the ladies of Ata. You know what I'm saying? The Russian princess, Bori. Shout out to Angie, baby. You dig what I'm saying? It's certain women. Shout out to Seven. I'm so mad at her because she don't be going live. I'm mad at Angie because she don't be going live. You know what I'm saying? It's certain women that have platforms that I am interested in listening to what they have to say. Seriously. But then again, as opposed to some women and their platforms, it seems like it's intriguing, but I'm only intrigued because I'm wondering why is this attitude and this display of vulgarity being just displayed for the world. See, when I watch certain stuff, it ain't because I'm like happy about it. I be like confused, like what the fuck happened that got someone to the point that this is how they're gonna talk? Because you can't knock nobody for their feelings. That's a fact. Let me put it. She dropped it. Hold on. Let me go right now. I'm going to do it right now. Boom. Thank you. The podcast with Soul. Make sure y'all subscribe. I just subscribed to it. Make sure y'all go subscribe over there to the podcast with Soul. Sean G. Thank you. Because I forgot. She did it. You got it right. Like when, like certain women, I would love to hear. I like to, you know what I'm saying? I just think that it should be a balance in it because they make it seem like most of the content creators are just in the how can I say it? Drama. They make it seem like that, and that's not true. And then you got to understand, shout out to everybody that has their motive or objective for being on YouTube. If that's what you're on YouTube to do, and it's gonna bring some money into your household, I say go for it. But I also tell people to be mindful of the shit that comes along with this. I done bumped into two people that see me on YouTube. And both of the people, one of them was an older lady, bumped into her at the meat market. And then one of them was a younger white girl, bumped into her at Food Line. She said, hey, are you that guy, the Big Dice Chronicles? I just bust out laughing. She said, I love your show. I said, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? So if that's just my odds with meeting up on people in the street from having a podcast, I'm safe. Hey, Queen Gigi. How you doing? I'm safe. I don't want to be nowhere with my family members or friends or alone. You dig what I'm saying? And then I'm approached because somebody on YouTube or somebody in the crowd on YouTube was upset because they felt as though I said something that was very, very totally disrespectful towards them or their people. I don't want to be around that. All that shit right there. Nah, that's not me. That's not me. When people bump into me in the street, if I bump into people, I want to be just like when people really bump into me in real life. What's good, boy? Love. Nothing else. But how y'all feel about the situation going on with Remy Ma? Remy Ma, unfortunately, has a son. And when her and Papoose was going through their situation, Papoose spoke about that too. And that's when I said this was getting a little bit too deep. Remy Ma has a son that's facing a murder charge for an alleged old school gangster. May he rest in peace. He's been arrested. He's waiting to go to trial for it. Actually, the trial is beginning right now. And then, by coincidence, Remy Ma went to support her son at court and then bumped into the daughter. Pay attention. She bumped into the daughter of the man that her son is accused of killing. It ain't go too good. Fair YouTube usage. Let's check this out. If you see right here, it says Remy Ma seen being handcuffed after getting into a verbal altercation with the daughter of the man her son allegedly murdered. And you see the ugly B-I-T-C-H gremlin. You know what I'm saying? She was caught in a heated face-off with Jasmine Dior. Remy Ma found herself in the cuffs after a tense of an emotional situation played out outside of the Queen's courthouse. She was caught in a heated face-off with Miss Jasmine Dior, the daughter of the man that her son is accused of murdering. It happened early last month, just steps away from the courthouse where Remy Ma's 23-year-old son, Jason J. Scott, had just been arraigned on multiple felony charges tied to the deadly shooting in 2021. In a video shared by Dior on Instagram, she's seen confronting Remy Ma head on, saying, "You trying to act like you tough," before telling her to go around the corner. Remy didn't step away. Instead, she replied, "Come on, beat me up," and began walking down the stairs towards Dior. So like she wasn't running. I guess she was stepping toward to square up with her. They said while the video cuts before anything physical unfolds, Dior later posted a photo showing Remy Ma in handcuffs on the same courthouse steps. A separate clip shows both women recording each other and engaging insults as tension boils over. Now, this is what I mean by perfect example when I say this is not my type of conversation I like to hear from women. I don't like to hear this from anybody, but sometimes, but I don't like to hear this when it comes to women. But let's hear what I got to say. Let's go.
So it's been a real spicy year for Remy Ma. We know her and Papoose got into it, and they went crazy on each other. But why I log on to the internet today, Remy Ma is being handcuffed after getting in a verbal altercation with the daughter of the man that her son allegedly murdered. What?
Turn around. Like your mother's ugly? Like your mother's ugly? Oh, okay. Same thing. Oh, okay. Watch. Yeah, okay. We could test it right now. Right now, ugly. Everything. Oh, you thought you were gonna see kind of ugly, bitch. You wasn't. But you wasn't. Same here. You see what's up? Same here. You see what's up? Oh, okay. Trying to beat you up. Come downstairs. You in front of the courthouse trying to act like you're tough. Yeah, stop. Yeah, let's go around the corner. Come on, let's go. Turn around. Like your mother's ugly? Like your mother's ugly? Oh, okay.
That right there is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about right there. Both of them are wrong. 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 But at some point, somebody got to be an adult. Remy Ma says, "You going to beat me up? Come on." Picks her dress up and starts running down the stairs, disregarding the fact that her son is right there in the same courthouse. Check this out. Facing a murder charge. Disregarding the fact you don't know who that young lady had with her. You don't know what type of emotion was in that young lady's face or in her heart when she seen you, the mother of the man that allegedly killed her father. You see shit like that? I don't like chicks like that. I'm gonna keep it funky with you. I don't like chicks like that. If you that tough, you shouldn't be around me. Because if you that tough, you're gonna scare me and I think I'm gonna have to knock you the fuck out. Facts. I don't believe in hitting women, none of that shit. But if you tough like that, I think you're going to swing on me one day. You might swing on me. I don't want to be shooting no fair one with nobody I'm supposed to be with. Can't be around nobody like that. That energy is just totally demonic to me. Like, really. I heard Farrakhan say this. He said he despises a woman that tries to cut a man with her tongue. That shit is totally wrong. That's a fact, East New York. She don't know who was waiting for her downstairs. Now, first of all, it's just so many bad moves that she made right there because, okay, now the first thing, you got this dress on like you Laura Ingalls. Ain't none of us in here never saw Remy Ma dressed in anything like that in her life. She looks like she's going to a funeral. She got on a dress looking like Laura Ingalls off Little House on the Prairie. No, she was looking like Mary off Little House on the Prairie, the older sister of Laura that went blind. Remy Ma does not dress like that. She does not dress like that. So that's the first bad move. Papoose just said, you didn't even support your son. She said, you wearing the part to go to court, but she acting in the part. Humble yourself. Facts, East New York. See, you want to come to court looking like Donna Summers, but deep down in your heart, you is Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah, stop. Yeah, let's go around the corner. Let's go around the corner. Come on, let's go. Turn around. Like your mother's ugly? Like your mother's ugly? Oh, okay. Same thing.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of wild for Remy Ma to be a millionaire and to talk about somebody's jewelry being fake. Like, that's the last thing you need to be worried about. She's trying to catch that head up with you, Remy. So after she dropped that video, she dropped a response.
So yeah, this raggedy ass bitch, Remy, like, girl, like you would have thought I did something to you. Realistically, I can never speak to my father again. I can never hug him. I can never kiss him. I can never say nothing else to him. You can see your son. You can speak to him. You can hug him. You can say whatever. The fact of the matter is that I see this lady, and she's looking at me with a whole attitude. When I tell y'all ice grilling, as if her son was the victim. Like, miss, where's your remorse? Like, where's your sorriness? Where's your sadness? Like, at the end of the day, I don't care what I go through with nobody. I would never want to see nobody die. I don't give a none of that. Like, bitch, nobody did nothing to you, you fucking gremlin. And you really acting like you mad about something. Ice grilling somebody, ugly ass. Then you acting tough in front of a courthouse. Like, bitch, we're gonna go to jail. You've been to jail before. I'm sure you don't want to go back, bitch. Like, what are we doing here? Come around the corner. You're really not tough. Like, bitch is mad pussy. Like,
so I'm not gonna lie, man. Remy Ma, you gotta do something because you've been talking crazy about Clarissa Shields for the last few months. It's time to get a little practice in for that heavyweight fight. But yeah, this was very shocking to me because first of all, I didn't even know Remy Ma had a son, let alone
Sad. Sad right there. Sad right there. Sad right there. She's supposed to be an actress. If she really was an actress, she would have played, like they said, the humble mother, ignoring what that young lady had to say, at least acting remorseful. The young lady's going to court to see if the person that's allegedly charged with killing her father is convicted or he's released. So you know she has every right to be there. And then Remy Ma, as the mother, she has every right to be there to support her son. But you know the judges and everything that's on top of this case, them district attorneys and everything on top of these cases, it's the part that people fail to realize. They are human beings just like us. They're interested in certain things just like us. They watch YouTube just like us. They have TikToks just like certain people do. Every social media platform you got to pay attention to. Them judges, them legislators, them prosecutors, all of them have Facebook pages and stuff like this. They are in the loop. So just to think about the prosecutor or the defense team for her son to find out that her son, mother, the person that they represent, mother, is a big successful rapper by the name of Remy Ma. What is it for them to just click on that computer? Oh, his mother's a rapper. Now, this is either or. The defense team, the defense lawyers that they have for them, or the prosecuting district attorney. This is either team that can just be interested in who this kid comes from, trying to find out a little more about his background. She was just released from prison after 8 years for shooting her friend in the stomach. She was just released from prison after serving 8 years from shooting her friend in the stomach. The defense attorneys, the prosecuting team have both found out that this woman is literally a convicted felon of a shooting, an attempted homicide, attempted murder, because that was the charge. And they say one thing, I heard it when I moved down here to the South. They got this saying. I never understood it until I started really hearing what they were saying. The apple do not fall too far from the tree unless it's on a hill. Don't let that go over your head. The apple does not fall too far from the tree. In simplified terms, down here in the South, they say, your children gonna do what you do. Your children gonna do what you have done. It's all some type of DNA genetic type of thing, they said. Just like, but they categorize it with the tree. They said that the parent is the tree, the children are the apples. That's a fact, Keith. Look at Sean Kingston and his moms, what they going through with the trial. But see, the bug part about it is him and his mom's been getting money for a long time. Him and his mother was getting money before he was up. I'm beautiful girl. Before all that goofy shit. Him and his mother been getting money, like with passports and identification theft and all this, allegedly. They said that nigga moms was getting driver's license, visas, all type of shit for some vicious individuals from Jamaica. A lot of gangsters was coming back and forth across seas. They said his moms really was like that, allegedly. That's a fact. They say that nigga Sean Kingston and his moms, believe it or not, niggas laughing like that little nigga chump with that beautiful girl. That shit is a front. They from Jamaica. Them people not playing. They really connected to that political shit, like that PNP, that JLP, Jamaican Liberation Party. Yo, that shit, that's really some real shit. Like that political shit. You think the politics over here, see, we deal with the democracy of the United States. This is why they got the United Nations. I don't even know if motherfuckers remember that they got the United Nations. You do remember that. Y'all do know that, right? That big shit right up there in Manhattan. Fed building all around it. The United Nations was really brought forth for everybody to come together and legislate what they believe in. Because number one, in Iraq, if you touch a man's wife and you go to jail, that man could cut your hand off. Certain parts of Brazil, a man catches his wife cheating on him, he can unalive her and bury her. You can't bring them practices to the United States of America. So the top of legislators are the people in politics, Siberians, Liberians, Africans, Dominicans, Haitians, whatever type of nationality. That's what that shit is for, because you got to understand, they have their own political democracy going on. That Jamaican shit, that shit is different. Like that red and blue, it seems like them colors is always the most dominant when it comes to war. Republican, Democratic, red, blue. They even passed it down to a show, the Gnomes, red, blue. It's just always something, Bloods, Crips. It just seemed like them colors were put in play, in my opinion, for a project. Just like the projects, you know, like they make projects. Like we was growing up, all we knew is our friends lived in the projects, or we going to the projects. Remember we grew up like that? But it's just a few of us that really understood what the whole concept of the projects were. Some of us to this day don't understand the real concept of the project. Some people be like, yo, I got a good apartment. I'm paying $130 a motherfucking month. Fuck that bullshit. I don't give a fuck what them niggas talking about, man. I'm good. But people not paying attention to what the concept of the project was. If you look at Good Times back in the days, the whole concept of the projects was supposed to be like a project to see what would happen if you put diverse communities and ethnicities together with unstable circumstances. Meaning, you got a group of people in the projects that go to work. Pay attention to this, y'all. You got a group of people in the project that they're paying an income because they're going to work every day and they have to put their money together and pay their rent. And then check this out. They have a higher group of people that are there because for some reason, mentally, socially claimed by the government or social services that this person right here is deemed to the fact where they have to be taken care of even because they're adults. They have some type of mental illnesses or something wrong where they're not going to be capable to be able to keep or sustain a job. Check this out. That's the ones that they say that are on welfare, combined with the ones that have multiple children. Pay attention that now the man isn't supposed to be around because the check it out. The project is for the babies, not for the husband or the baby father. And then you got a group of people that are senior citizens. You know, the old people to be out there. And people that always be sitting together making the meetings and stuff like that about what's going on. You know, the elders, the grandmothers and the great grandmothers and the great aunts of the gangsters and the tenants that live. See, this is all a project because number one, you got the older people there. That's literally the ones that are not connected to the dangerous nephews and sons and stuff like that. They're scared to death. Right? But they're on a fixed income. And then they're looking at the people that don't go to work at all. That NYCHA, the government, whatever you want to call, is taking care of the way they live, the way they eat. They're giving them food stamps. Check this out. They're giving them food stamps and they're giving them physical cash on the 1st and the 15th of the month. And they're giving them a place to stay. And they're giving them stipends and vouchers for them to go straight to furniture outlets and pick out what they want. This is all on the motherfucking government. People ain't even looked at the fact like, why the fuck did they do that? If that's the case, why everybody in here right now can't go to a furniture spot and be like, check this out. I want that bedroom set. I want that living room set. And I want that backyard set. Why? Because I want to see how it's going to improve and change my life. That's the project, right? But people ain't give a fuck about that because they got compelled to sitting around just getting something for nothing. And then this where the fucked up part is when the people that are paying, going to work every day, are paying to live in the same development, the same project development. It's a resentment. Dog, salute. It's a resentment because you got to pay attention to this. The people that are paying from their blood, sweat, and tears physically don't understand that the people that are paying from their blood, sweat, and mental illnesses physically, they don't understand how that equates. See, the people that's going to work every day and busting their ass, whether they're doing teacher, jail, cobbler, whatever the fuck you do to get your money, when you have to go pay every month and get a receipt, and then you notice certain people you don't see paying because it's all digitally paid over because their rent and everything is paid. This is a resentment, man. Hey, nay. He said, in my father Franklin's K. Lane's high school yearbook, they used to print their addresses under the graduate picture. So many white people who lived in Kingsborough projects, because people fail to realize the projects were actually with the Italians, with the Russians. Pay attention. And the reason why I know this because my grandfather worked for the Italians in Greenpoint. I done told y'all a story about going to the boss of the boss's crib and him coming out two hands. I'm a little boy. My grandfather taking me to this man's house. Found out it's my birthday. The man come up and stand in front of me. He got his hands like this. He said, you take the choice. He said, Joe, one of these got $100 bill in it and the other one ain't got nothing. Man told me, he said, in life, you're going to have to take a shot, man. I picked the hand. When he picked the hand, he opened it up. Boom. It's $100. He said, you're a lucky man. He said, Joe, tap my other hand. I tapped the other hand. He opened the other hand. It was another $100. And I looked at him like, damn, I thought it was only $100 in both of the hands. He said, no, see, in life, he said, the first $100 you picked because it's a privilege you're here. He said, the second $100 is because we appreciate your grandfather. See, I understand shit like that when I was little. The privilege that I was even in this man's house where he had a barber chair. The man ain't go nowhere but in his basement to get his hair cut. Facts. I'm not even going to call his name. I'm going to keep it just like that. Make a long story short, the man told me it was a privilege I was here. That's how I got the first $100 bill. The second $100 bill is because they appreciated my grandfather. Yo, Bob, salute. So niggas can't tell me about originally who the projects were for. The projects, that's why it was called the projects, because all the people that number one was there, they told him, you got a choice. They said, you got a choice. They said, yo, check this out. You can take this money and leave, or you can stay. And people was asking them like, well, what's this about? They straight up and down, they said, we got coloreds coming. We got black people coming. See, You understand? Back then it was no problems in the projects. And they wanted to see if it would stay like that. Every black kid in Brooklyn got a Spanish homeboy that's either his best friend or he got a baby with his cousin. That's a fact. That's a fact. Waiting on that phone call, beloved. That's what the projects is about, to see what people was going to do. It's just like with the jobs. You got to understand, it's just like with the job. Yo, let me explain something to you. You know what I learned? A dude told me, Dice said, 50 called Puffy the gay John Gotti. Think about it. If he beat the feds, John Gotti beat the feds, the Teflon Don. I told y'all, if they ain't trying to take Puff to jail for no murders, he ain't going to jail. That's why I ain't even really want to start covering that shit like that, because the shit make me think about Big, and I start saying to myself, why the niggas ain't talking about Big? Like all jokes aside, why they not talking to him about Big? Because I did a show 2 years ago. Y'all can go check it out. It's going on 2 years. It was in July. And I said, is Puff gonna tell? This is way before Puff was arrested. This is way before Puff was talking anything about going to jail. That's when they first ran up in Keefe D. crib 2 years ago and said they came out with certain evidence pertaining to the unaliving of Tupac Shakur, and they said Puff name. If you think I'm joking, go back and check the work. I told y'all, is Puff gonna work? So he answered the question. It's the only time I'm gonna say this. Gotta fuck with Puff because he ain't tell. You know what type of names that nigga could have pulled up? I'm starting to think that's why he walked. I'm starting to think that they told him, yo, chill, sit down for a minute, be easy. We just spanking you. Don't do nothing dumb, Sean. Don't do anything dumb, Sean. We are just spanking you. Nothing's happening to you in jail. No one's bothering you, Sean. See, this is the shit that run through in my mind. I don't know about y'all. You know, I think he got them phone calls. We got a bunch of money. We got a bunch of money. You made some mistakes. But when you come back, Sean, you're going to be unstoppable. Pay attention to that. That nigga Puff don't seem like he upset. He ain't drop a name on nobody. He ain't say nobody name. You know what type of people was at that man party, man? DJ Khaled, Jay-Z, Chris Brown, LeBron James, Princess Diane's son, Busta Rhymes. Yo, let me explain something. Do you know what type of people? You know what type of people was at that nigga shit? Now check this out. The nigga Christopher Williams, he done got up there and cold told everything. He tried to kill me. He killed Kim. Oh my God, I told you guys he's going to jail. Puff ain't going to jail, Chris. Puff ain't going to jail, Chris. He done started some dumb shit in the street. I know he did. Shout out to the boy Job. And that says some deep shit. That's what she said, I don't wish prison on nobody. But Puff is a monster, and he have to answer to that man up above. Right now, with this situation right here, with what he's guilty of, fuck all that paying a fine shit. Fuck all that $1 million bail shit. Let that nigga sit down somewhere for 6 months to a year and let somebody get up in his mind. I'm not talking about throwing him nowhere where they doing no electrodes, probes or some bullshit, scanning, but just really sitting up and just taking him from taking him out of from what he used to being in. Like, because if he gets to walk back to the street, this is just my opinion. It's just my opinion. It's gonna make him more dangerous. Because Annette said some deep shit. When he got locked up, ain't nobody, everybody, she said everybody disappeared. Ain't none of them holding him down. Yo, pay attention. DJ Khaled wasn't in that courthouse. Jay-Z wasn't in that courthouse. Beyonce wasn't in that courthouse. Mary J. Blige wasn't in that fucking courthouse. French Montana wasn't in that courthouse. Kevin Hart wasn't in that courthouse. Usher Raymond was in that courthouse against him. Justin Bieber was in that courthouse against him. I swear to God, it's nothing. It's not. See, yo, you know what? She said karma is wicked. He got away with a lot, but it can hit his kids, and I pray for his girls. And she said something because his daughters, they don't want to fuck with him no more. Them twins, I don't know what happened behind the scenes that don't have nothing to do with no courthouse. The beautiful twins that he has, but the late Kim Porter, they don't really want nothing to do with him. You see, that's what I be trying to tell people. Certain shit gonna get, see, right now, that doesn't mean that's how they're gonna feel for the rest of their life. But right now, they feel as though in their mind, he's not that loving father. I ain't gonna go into the other description. He's not that loving father that they grew up seeing. G-Dick, he came home. See, Puff, he said, your friend is probably so sad. I think you need to cut ties for your sanity. She said, your friend at work. Yo, you was crazy as hell. Yo, I swear to God. You know I got this, right? You know I got this, right? You know I got this, right? But I ain't gonna do it. But you know what? You want to hear some funny shit in that? I mean, excuse me, East New York. God has put me around certain people. I am telling you, the dude said some shit to me the other week. Always a queen, I see you. Yo, the dude said some shit to me the other week. And I said, oh shit. And he just, don't laugh, y'all. Don't laugh. He did some shit like this. When I say, oh shit, boy, that's what I'm talking about. He did some shit like this. He turned around and said, like he just had the Down syndrome look, but he was happy. I swear to God, he was happy. Like he was happy. And certain shit that he got from me, he gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep it funky with y'all. He gonna keep that. Because one thing I know, he said, if it's on his mind, the nigga Dice gonna say it. See me, I'm different. Like I'm really from a different era. Like some people be, yo, my mother used to tell me this shit, and it runs through my mind. She said, you gotta stop thinking that people are going to think like you. They're not going to do what you do. They're not going to think what you think. But you know how you be disappointed when certain people, you see certain things in and they don't, you know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, make a long story short. Everything that I showed that cat, he's starting to exemplify. He's starting to like show it in the way he walk, talk. His Diddy bop is different. He's totally different. And I ain't gonna get into the situation going on with him and his old lady, but this ain't nothing I heard. This is something I saw. And I'm like, oh, you know, nothing violent, nothing disrespectful, but to the fact I saw him stand up for himself one time. Like, and I was just like, God damn, like, damn. Like, you know how like you could be a karate instructor, like I could be a sensei, and then you finally say, well, Buddha's name be praised, you got it. I'm like, you got it, sensei. I'm telling you, man, yo, listen to me, East New York. The nigga finally just put his feet down on some, yo, check this out, XYZ, this is what it's going to be. And y'all would never believe what happened. That's why I was so proud of him. When he put his foot down and said, XYB, this is what it's going to be, his shorty was like respecting it. Like she respected it. Like even she was like, about time, nigga. Get me. And he really a good dude. You dig what I'm saying? I'm never going to see. I don't go against what God got. See, God do shit on purpose. Like it's already written. I would never tell anybody that I would have ever thought that I'd have been around an individual that had such a non-belief in our color without me and him physically having an altercation. Never. Stern conversations that ended up with logical respect for both people's points of views. You dig what I'm saying? How I came up, I'm from Brooklyn. Everybody from Brooklyn know it's a melting pot. You know what I'm saying? When you come out my house, if you go to the left, you see Reverend Joe. Miss Jan was my grandmother's beauty salon. You go next to me, you see the people from Greece. May they rest in peace. Mr. and Mrs. Greco and their son Mike. Check this out. Break this down. They're from Greece. They had a winery behind their house. Used to give my grandmother fresh bottles of wine. Miss Greco, rest in peace, she used to make the most beautiful handwritten cards I've ever seen in my life. Right next to Mr. Greco was Mr. Jerome and them. They from Barbados. Check this out. Right next to them, rest in peace to my nigga Sam and his moms. They was from the Santiago family. They from the Dominican Republic. This is facts. You dig what I'm saying? Right next to them, my man Billy and them, they from Haiti. And at the corner store, we got Ham Hock, may he rest in peace, which was from Palestine. So I don't know nothing about race when it comes to racism. I don't like, if that's the case, we wouldn't have been taking our clothes to Mr. Sam's Cleaners for years. These was the coolest motherfucking white people I've ever seen in my motherfucking life. I don't even know if Sam and them, I don't even know what their ethnicity was. I know they wasn't, I don't even know what the fuck Sam and them was, but these was the coolest. Let me tell you about Sam's Cleaners. Let me walk with y'all for a minute. I'm gonna take y'all to Utica Avenue, late 80s, late 80s. Sam's Cleaners was a drug dealer's cleaners. I just happened to be from Utica Avenue. I'm talking about this nigga Sam, yo, listen to me. Sam, he was slender, tall. He had the brother Rich, Mike and them in the back. His sister used to be on the press. This is facts. They had the black lady in the front on the long press. They trusted a short black woman. Check this out. If I'm lying, man, I never hugged my mother. They trusted a short black woman on the front press. That shit right there, that's on my mother. Liddy, I see you in the building. You see what Keith said? They used to tailor our clothes. You want your clothes straight leg? Yo, listen to me. Listen to me. I know what it is to go to Sam's Cleaners. I get up there 7:30 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. I drop my clothes off to Sam. Yo, I need these by 1 o'clock. This is the type of relationship this nigga had with us. Go right across the street to Ayanna's and get the restaurant, get the breakfast from Miss Pam and them, Miss Shirley and Ken and them, you dig? Facts. Meanest hash browns I ever tasted in my life. Sam's Cleaners. If Sam fucked with you, you could come there because you had to have your stuff there before 8 o'clock. If you wanted it before 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, you had to have it. If Sam fucked with you, he knew who you was. He knew who you stood for. You dig what I'm saying? You come in there like 10:30, yo, Sam, I had a long night, boy. I need these shits by like 1 o'clock. For him to put your clothes on top of other orders that people may have had or put your clothes in mix with other orders. Yo, it's times when I done seen people standing there waiting for their orders. They come straight off the motherfucking shit with the plastic bag. This is the type of, I'm from a different era. So like, Puff, as far as that not telling shit, that's the only thing I gotta say I gotta give him props for, because what he could have done in the beginning is expose everything. Everything. And for my friend, the great RRR, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I told him this. I used to tell him this. I said, before I get away from you, I used to always tell him this. I used to prophesize this. Before I get away from you, you're going to see things from a different perspective. Because unfortunately, there are some people in the world. Check this out. I don't know if you're one of these people. I hope you're not one of these people. If you're one of these people, put a dice cube in the chat. It's some people that feel as though what people feel to say about them and be in their face and consistently criticize and ridicule them. Some people just take that as what they accept they're supposed to go through from whatever they see in their heart that they stand for. I'm not one of them people. I'm not one of them people. And I used to tell them, before you break bread with a nigga, make sure that person is genuinely for you, bro. I said, because I told him, I said, you align yourself around people because I dig it. You're confused. Am I going to say scared? No, not scared, confused. Because the description of black people to some people is so fucked up. They're not racist. They're confused on how to act with us. I remember one time me and him was talking. We was having a stern conversation. He was like, I don't want to go to blows with you, Dice. And I just looked at him. This is on my mother's grave. I looked at him and said, what the fuck would make you think we would be going to blows? He said, because you're upset. Mr. I think for myself, salute. I said, my nigga, let me explain something to you. Every conversation between you and your peoples is not going to be peaceful. Oh, no, I ain't doing nothing like that. We ain't doing nothing like that, but let me explain some what I would do. And the reason why I would do this, tell you the truth, because of his son. I would invite him and his wife and his son to one of our like cookouts or something like that. I would do that because I would want his son to get out around the kids because what he loves his son. He loves his son. You dig what I'm saying? Unfortunately, son suffering from autism, and it bothers him because he worries. Like he ain't no bad dude. He got a lot of worry. Like some people just carry a lot of worry. I do at times, but then I snap out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the more you worry, you forget about the days that are passing. And that's time that's wasted. Uh-oh. Drop your link if that thing is ready to win. He said, Dice, my first insert dropped yesterday on my page. Well, drop the link if you want that thing to win. That's a fact, East New York. It's like certain shit, like, come on, y'all. We from Brooklyn. Like it's certain. Yo, first of all, you got to think about it. Oh, I'm gonna give y'all something before we get out of here. Look how it was when we didn't understand when the Jamaicans came to Brooklyn. When the Jamaicans came to Brooklyn, the corner stores were ran by the Dominicans and a few Puerto Ricans. There was some Panamanians slid in and out. Shout out to the niggas on St. John's. Shout out to Felipe and them from Franklin Avenue. Rest in peace to Egbert. It was some Panamanians that was strong. But when it came to the Dominican presence, let me explain something to you. I don't know if everybody know about motherfucking the corner store on Utica and Sterling. Rest in peace to Pete and Troy and them. I don't know if everybody know about that corner on Utica and Sterling. That corner store on Utica and Sterling. There was some Dominicans in there. Make sure y'all get on top, Mr. I Think for Myself, y'all, and subscribe to him. You heard me? He just dropped the link. There were some Dominicans in there that mastered the art of cocaine. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Let me explain something to you. You know what I used to, you know what made me like fall in love with the whole Dominican culture? You couldn't just walk up on them. City Bama, salute. When it came to the Dominicans back in the days, somebody had to bring you around. Like you just couldn't walk up. Like it was times I done seen niggas in the store, allegedly. Niggas is waiting for work, allegedly. Niggas walk in the store going, yo, can I get XYZ? Niggas be like, nah, ain't nothing like that here, boy. Leave the store. I'm like, this is facts. Rest in peace to my nigga Corey from Kingsborough. This is facts. Sometimes, boy, some of the niggas I wish I could just, whoo, if I had a deal with God, whoo, if I could bring back some people for an hour, first person to be my mother. That's a fact. if I could bring back some people for an hour and bring them up here and just get an hour to walk down memory lane with them, for everybody that be supporting. What? What? Ooh, kid. But like I said, the racism thing, unfortunately, is still around. But I don't look at it like when it was back. Like, you know how back in the days, when you watch the depictions of so-called racism, you seem like the overpowering Caucasian, and you get the depiction of whips and the so-called bad doings that was done to the mothers and the grandmothers and kids, et cetera, et cetera. See, I think people got to get that mindset, that vision of racism out of their head. That shit is no longer happening up front. Do I believe some shit like that could be happening in them backwoods or something like that? Yeah, because there's some parts of motherfucking Virginia that people know not to play with. This is just my opinion. But that depiction and that description that's in our mind about slavery got people so fucked up. The minute they hear the word racism, they start thinking about somebody hanging from a tree. That's not what racism is, unfortunately, today. Being in the South, I had to learn this. Racism down here in the South is both sides being afraid of an outcome. Group of white people see a group of black people. Both sides at first were not expecting to run across each other when they both started their nights. Pay attention. When the group of black guys say, yo, we going to the party or we going to the club, they didn't have the anticipation. Nobody said, yo, tonight, you know we're going to see them white dudes, and if we see them, it's same thing like with the white crew. When they got together, hey, guys, we're going to go hang out and drink a few. You know, we're going to vibe with the ladies. Let's rock and roll, baby. None of them people were saying, yo, how about them black guys? When we see them fucking black guys, we're going to crack their fucking skull. See, shit like that don't run through people's head in real life. So down here in the South, I learned this doing security. When you get two groups of people that get in front of each other, that go back to what they heard, not what they've been through, what they heard about somebody going through, it enrages them, and then it puts a sense of defense up to the fact where now the egos is out. Nobody ain't there to have a good time no more. They're disregarding the fact that they may be at a club or a party where they could be mingling with women, other people, you know, socializing, having a good time, partying. No, you don't give a fuck about that no more. Now you're saying, look at these white niggas, and we got to watch them. Same thing, vice versa. Oh, now these black guys, we got to watch them. If people just take the time to just be easy and be like, hold up. Let them do what they do, and we're going to do what I'm doing. I did security. I did security for Bike Week down here. I did it with the black crowd in the end of May, and then it turns over into the Harley Davidson Bike Week. Listen to me. I'm telling you this. I had less events of violence at the white Harley Davidson event. One, two, Freddie, I see you. I can't make this up. When it came to the Black Bike Week, let's go. You got the crews coming from all over. 2021, 2022, brand new Freaknik, thongs, ass out. You got the thirsty niggas. Motorcycles. Now, see, this is the part the chicks don't be understanding. I've seen it happen. Every bike week, women come up missing. Have y'all ever heard about that Myrtle Beach? Google it. Every Black Bike Week, women come up missing. Now check this out. You might not want to hear the raw truth, but you're going to hear the raw truth. You're on the Ave, you're on the strip with your ass out. You're on the Ave, you're on the strip with your vagina out. The law is in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, you can wear that as long as you have a sheer jacket on top of it. If you don't have a sheer jacket on top of it, you're going to get a $350 fine. So pay attention. How many police do y'all think are going to stop and get off their motorcycle or stop and get out their car because they see a woman that may be of a voluptuous shape, maybe of a slim shape, with a thong on without a sheer jacket. Not that many. Pay attention. This goes to the night. Now, at the nighttime, you got the niggas with the bikes. Room. They got the lights, all the trinkets, all the gadgets. Check this out. To attract a bird. I'm gonna be dead real with you. To attract a fucking bird. What I mean by bird, a fucking pigeon. A sparrow. That's the little ones. If I'm lying, man, I never hug my mother again. I've seen dudes 2, 3, 4, 5 deep pull up on motorcycles. Check this out. Chicks run up to the motorcycles, right? They get on the motorcycles. Just disappear. Don't know these niggas from nowhere. See, because them weirdo niggas, this is what they do. This is the first weirdo sign. Group of niggas want to rent an Airbnb. Pay attention. Weirdo sign alert. Weirdo sign alert. A group of niggas want to rent an Airbnb. Now pay attention. No offense. That shit women do. But niggas do that shit. And out there, the respect level is so low for the Black Bike Week. I'm telling you, if you got a bike or you got a truck or you have an old school car with some rims, don't let it have no lights on it. You can have 55 cents in your pocket. You will have a group of women that are begging to be with you. They don't care where you're from. They don't care if you just escaped a mental asylum. They don't care if you just got out of jail for some horrific acts. They don't care. Yo, E, I see you in the building. Salute. But that's what it's coming to. My man Maybach put a post up the other day. He said today, check this out. It was a silhouette of a man that was shaped in $100 bills. You didn't see his face. You didn't see his physique, really. You just seen money. And then there was a silhouette of a black woman. Check this out. With fake hair. Obvious implants, breasts. Obvious implants, buttocks. And it says in caption, this is what the world has came to. It's no more attraction, it seems like, to people because of their intelligence, especially if they, first of all, that you ain't got to even have no morale. You ain't got to have no principles today. You ain't got to have no integrity. You ain't got to have none of that no more to be in no relationship with nobody. So check this out. That shit is out the motherfucking door. Now, everybody is concerned with how much money a dude got, or these new dudes is concerned about how much money a woman has. Because, ladies, unfortunately, there's some of y'all out there, too, that's doing that cougar pan shit and that young girl pan shit. Now, check this out. The other thing is they're paying for is the body. Ladies looking for a good nigga on their arm, paying for them to go to school, paying. No. Niggas is doing the same thing. It ain't no more sitting up trying to see you. Who are you? It's how much money you got. How much followers you got on Instagram? How many videos you in? Are you on OnlyFans? Do you want to buy my OnlyFans account? Follow me on OnlyFans for $50 a month. I mean, you'll get to have explicit videos of me. It's a new day. You know when the world fucked up? I'm going to be serious with you, ladies. When y'all stop dressing like TLC. Yeah. 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 When y'all stop dressing like TLC y'all fucked up. Back in the days when y'all was wearing the baggy jeans, the cross colors, the big champion hoods. You remember? You would wear the white t-shirts, the baggy sweats, maybe the Timbs, a pair of Reeboks. When y'all started wearing the natural hold your physique attire, you gave a bunch of weirdos the opportunity to be in your presence because they feel as though their money is what you're attracted to. See, back in the days, y'all used to hide your body. And that wasn't no Muslim shit. Like you say, oh, they want that Muslim shit. That wasn't nothing about being Muslim. That was just a beautiful phase and a fad. The most, like they say, well-figured women always wore baggy pants. It was left to their imagination. And don't get it twisted. The times when they wore outfits such as cat suits, super tight jeans, maybe the tight dress, low dress or whatever, when they were going to parties or they were going to affairs or they were hanging out with their men. But check this out. When y'all started wearing the cat suits to St. John's Park, when you started wearing the cat suits to work, when you started wearing tights to work, you knew what you was doing. Because it's a craze that's in any man's mind, especially when it comes to attraction. Few of us have learned to control their demons. Lord have mercy. I have learned to control and silence my demons. I'm telling you, them demons will destroy you. And that's what all people doing today, lusting demons. They don't give a fuck about if you're a good parent. They don't give a fuck about if you're a good father. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit. They don't care about, yo, you know what? I remember back in the days, females used to be like, yo, what's up with you and your moms? Let me speak to your mother. Do you love your mother? They don't care about that shit no more. Because they knew if a man loved his mother, he would love them. You see what he said? Baggy jeans, leather vest, the Rango boots. East New York said, and then they get mad when dudes try to holler at them. That's a fact. Because first of all, you're going to see who's who. If a woman walks up in a park with a cat suit, including myself, if she has a beautiful shape and she's beautiful, of course I'm going to go, wow, beautiful woman, beautiful shape. Every man will. Shit, some women that's in the women will. But that doesn't mean I'm going to run up on her and go, hey, how you doing? Let's go get in my car. I got some money. I love you. This shit is weird today. I've heard people say this shit back in the days. Like back in the days, you go, can I get your number? Yeah. No. Simple and plain. Can I get your number? No. Can I get your number? Yeah. Remember? Pull your hand out. They usually had a pen. They write your name in your hand. If you really like them, you went to a store or something, or you went home and you wrote the shit down on a piece of paper because you know you was outside, the shit was going to sweat off. Now, all I see people are saying, what's your Instagram? What the fuck does an Instagram got to do with the shit? This is what people doing now. Like, yo, can I get your Instagram? I see that shit all the time now with the young boys. They don't be like, yo, can I get your number? So I start talking with my little young boy. I say, yo, boy, what's up with this shit about, why you just ain't ask shorty for her number? And he says some of the smoothest. See, that's why I say some of the older people like KRS-One said, we need to stay in tune with some of the sharp younger ones. And some of the sharp younger ones need to stay in tune with us because this shit keeps it all level. The young boy said some of the smoothest shit to me, yo. Smoothest shit to me. School me. He 23, I'm 52. He said, yo, Big Dice, you know why we be going for the Instagram, boy? I said, why? He said, because we can see what shorty about, what type of pictures she got, and what type of niggas she got following her. if it's going to be a thought or it's going to be a wifey. I said, oh, shit. Shit fucked me up. He said the shit straight from his heart. He said, yo, we can see what type of shit what type of nigga she got following her, what type of pictures she putting up, boy. You know what I'm saying? That's how we know if she gonna be a thought or be wifey. I said, oh, shit. See, they done fucked the game up. They done cheated. They got a cheat code now for finding out who they think a person is. Ain't that some shit? RC Deuce, I see you in the building. They got a cheat code now. Check this out. Ladies and gentlemen, yo, I'm not going to give you my phone number, but I will give you my Instagram. Ladies, what's your Instagram? So now she has your Instagram. So now she gets to check the pictures you putting up. He got any pictures with any women? I try to give it to him. I swear to God, I try to give it to him, GP. I swear to God, Tanja, I'm just trying to give y'all a straight fucking truth right now. This is weirdo shit. This is free. This is that like button. Shit. Now the ladies check this out. It's a new day, fellas. And a new day, ladies. Yo, fellas, first of all, chicks is wanting to see how many pictures you got with niggas. Yo, my little nigga put that game on me. I said, oh, shit. Because I don't understand. I see people at the job and people in the street, and I've never heard nobody say, can I get your phone number? I'm hearing people say, yo, what's your IG? Can I get your IG? Oh, shit. So when we was coming up, we had to talk to each other. We had to genuinely talk to each other, you know? You on the phone? Your mother screaming, get off my phone. Ladies, your mom's telling you, you've been on the phone with that boy all day. I'm going to call you right back. My mom's got to call my aunt. The minute she get off the phone, I'm going to call you back. Love you. We did that shit for hours. When we finally got to get around each other, we appreciated simple shit like going to the movies with each other. Now check this out. If the nigga fucked up and his parents back in the days had him on some grounded shit, or if the chick fucked up and her parents and them had him on the grounded shit, see, they was friends. See, back in the days, you know, the parents, when you went to your girlfriend's house, my mother want to speak to her mother. Because my mother didn't want me at no female's house like that without some type of parent or guardian there. My mother said, the minute you get there, because I don't know about y'all, I had to give my mother addresses when I was young. Like, where that bitch live at? Oh, that's where she at? Okay, when you get there, because I'm going to time you. Because you say you're not going to, all right, boom, that's when I'm going to time you. Because you're going to walk, you're not going to take, all right, boom. When you get there, you're going to call me, Damon, and I want to speak to her mother. Now, see, a lot of people didn't understand this. When we was kids, like, the fuck you want to speak to their mother? All right, boom, but we complied to this. Same thing with ladies. When you get to that boy's house, let me speak to his moms or his pops. Or let your mother call them. See, because then they exchange numbers. You dig what I'm saying? They built rapport with each other. And then boom, when you running around the house pouting and all that, your mother go, what's wrong? Oh, she on punishment. She came home from a party late. I can't see her. And then your mother, see, because it was a different community back then, your mother automatically got on the phone with your girlfriend's mother and was like, girl, what's going on with them two? And then the other mother be like, this bitch thinks she grown. I told the bitch to be home at 8:30. This hot bitch tramp runs up in here at 10. You know, that's how our parents used to talk back in the day. Check this out, girl. It's driving him crazy. I know she giving you hell over there. This is what we going to do. Sunday, give her an hour outside. See, we appreciated the fact, well, we know we can't go nowhere, but we can see each other for about 35, 40 minutes. It's no more appreciation no more. We going to the movies. All right, we're going to the fucking movies. Nobody's even saying that this motherfucker want to go with me to the movies. This motherfucker want to be seen with me at the movies. This motherfucker just want to be around me. We're going to get something to eat. Oh, fuck it, I'll meet you. Back in the days, if we was going to get something to eat, we knew we had to bust that money down, and we was on the train, riding the train, holding hands because we was in love. That shit is gone. It's gone. It's gone. Y'all think I be crazy. I ain't crazy. That shit is gone.
Never heavy it is. You know when it goes down. Hot 16. Wait up. I showed my dope, might have an alibi. Yeah. In the big and the bad, life is hard, y'all. I mean, for my big one. All night in the vegan, I ain't never cried. I'll buy with nigga. I wish when I called that I had to die. Me in the streets, we had a conversation. Being broke was the motivation. They said they love me, but they really hate me. Me in the streets had a conversation. Me in the streets, we had a conversation. Being broke was the motivation. They said they love me, but they really hate me. Me in the streets had a conversation. I got a baller, went and found a block. God gave me a pill, Satan gave me a Glock. I met her once, she gave me the top. Of your life, you wanted or not. Being broke was the motivation. Go through all the pain that I couldn't make. I told Satan, suck a dick, I went and lost my faith in it. I was told if you want it, then go and take it. I got seeds worth the mind to I got enemies, in other words, ops to me. Gotta bleed. I Glock 9, a real so the nigga need. I was sitting in the bin crying on my knees. I sat down and had a drink with me. I was thinking if my mama do, she think of me. My mama told me, see my daddy when she look at me. Even though I love my aunt, I turned it to a speed. My nightmares, they turn into a dream. My money thoughts turn into a scheme. And think that life a game. And the shooting got no aim. I popped the bean and then I left the earth. And I had a gun, he kept it in his purse. My youngin' shot that, put him in a verse. I'm a rider, mirror tints on a black hearse. White man don't understand that being black hurts. Mama crying on the steps in front of a church. Dripping and solidified. Yeah, I see my brother die. Little wanna slide. They ready for the homicide. Said, Lord, take the pain away. My gun sing a lullaby. Ran from parole, I had to hustle, I ain't never hide. Tripping in the beacon, I was tweaking, I ain't never cried. Real multiplied, nigga, we don't never die. 100 grand flat in the streets, I had you dead. 100 round drum, big choppy, I'll behead. You used to get beside me, signs couldn't find me. See, we was in the trenches, in the just living grimy. Yeah, getting too much money up the hill, they tried to line me. Dominican, she freaky, give me toppy in the lobby. Yeah, you pushing, what you swiping cards. Yeah, I spin the block like I spin the yard. Yeah, you stay inside or you catch a charge. My nigga pray to God because they life is hard. My niggas in the bin wishing they was home. Been there, done that. My you ain't not alone. Me in the streets, we had a conversations. Being broke was the motivations. They say they love me, but they really hate me. Me in the streets had a conversations. Me in the streets, we had a conversations. Being broke was the motivations. They say they love me, but they really hate me. Me in the streets had a conversation.
You know, shout out the Way to Black, man. Great music. Great music. I'm about to let y'all get up out of here. But it prevailed, whether Puff guilty or not. They couldn't get him on that RICO charge, man. Damn. The last time we heard of somebody beating a RICO charge was John Gotti. Now, see, before we get out of here, this is what y'all got to think about. You know they came back again at John Gotti and they beat him. They beat him the second time. Y'all remember that? Remember the first time when he beat the feds, they was calling him the Teflon Don. But they came back again to John Gotti, and this is where they went crazy. They said the lawyer that you used in the first trial to beat us cannot represent you. Y'all remember that? The lawyer that beat the feds with John Gotti, they said he cannot represent him anymore. Now check this out. That's when they threw the loophole in. Yeah, John Gotti got another lawyer. But you got to understand, he got another lawyer that didn't have that rapport and relationship with him that the first lawyer had. See, that first lawyer know about everything. The first lawyer was telling him, yo, they got this wiretap. When you know the boy got killed, they talking about Sonny and bang, this what it is. Yo, they said you was racketeering. They said you was come on, John. This is what they got on tape. And he beat it. But that new lawyer, he didn't have no time to prepare for no case like that, especially at that magnitude. He didn't have no time and no preparation to go up against the Federal Bureau of Investigation for a federal racketeering charge that they just were humiliated by the previous lawyer. Y'all know how that ended up. And then Remy Ma, gotta pray for her too. Gotta pray for her too. The situation with her son, the fate of that is in the court. But I think she could have handled that totally differently. Whether she's street or whether she feels as though she's tough. And that's another thing, man. I'm just tired. I'm just so tired of the chicks that swear to God, y'all tough, man. Like, damn, like, God, like, God, like that shit is just, it seemed like that's an epidemic. And I can't even get mad. You know why? Because it seems like so many roles are being reversed. It seemed like a high magnitude of the dudes now is moving like women. And then it seemed like the responsibilities are being overtaken by women to be men, or at least carry the head of something, and it's turning them real bitter and angry. But I just hate to see that shit because people fail to realize, man, it's some people that will not tolerate disrespect by no meaning. See, some of us, we got some sense. We be like, yo, that's a girl. Oh, that's somebody's mom's. Yo, that's a woman. Chill. But it's some niggas and it's some females that don't care nothing about none of that goofy shit once you get to doing some disrespectful shit that is deemed for your ass to be, as they say, whooped. Mr. I Think for Myself said, I don't follow the Puffy case, but if a man beat my daughter like that, he best Cassie, I would be on trial. And the sad part about it is, all the shit Cassie went up there and had to go through didn't mean nothing. That girl went up there and said she drank lemonade. She loved to drink lemonade. We'll just use that terminology. She said she loved to consume lemonade. She loved to consume lemonade. I'm having a wrench party later on. I'm taking all the wrenches. I'm having a wrench party later on. I'm taking all the wrenches. If you want your wrench back, you'll be here tonight. If your ass ain't here tonight, your ass is going to be on a 10-day punishment to get your wrench back. I don't want to hear no sucker shit because I'm going to share it. I don't want to hear no sucker shit because I'm going to share it. I'm getting petty. You know why? Because now I can come back to being a YouTuber for a little while and get on y'all nerves. That's the fact, East New York. I don't care nothing about no here we go shit. I don't care. Dog said, guys, I don't think I'm ever drinking lemonade again. Ever again, Mario. Big Tanja, your ass better put your bell notification on tonight. I'm on my petty shit. I'm telling y'all, you better tell everybody. And nigga Dice on that bullshit. Nigga Dice on that bullshit. I'm telling y'all right now, you better tell niggas, if you fuck with that nigga, you better set your bell. I'm not even telling you when I'm going live. Set your bell. I don't care nothing about you, my bell notification, even though I want y'all to check your bell notifications seriously. I do want everybody to check your bell notifications. I'm dead serious about that because a lot of people, man, was telling me, yo, Dice, I wasn't getting them, and the shit is real. Like, damn, man, YouTube, I don't know. But you know what? I understand it. Part of my algorithm is caught up in the dark side. The dark side, shout out to all the members that's keeping it alive, the Trays, the Artist Morrisons, the Behind the Bars, the King Trolls, the Wax APs, you know what I'm saying? I hope I ain't missed nobody, man. Shout out to my man, great grandson, and we were building We Television. He dropped a good one. Yo, I'm gonna talk about this one right quick. Don't go nowhere right quick. I gotta talk to y'all about this one right quick. This nigga Chase Milano. Yo, when I tell you this is the funniest nigga in the world. I speak to Chase on the phone and all that. Me and Chase ain't got no hard feelings. You know what I'm saying? YouTube shit is YouTube shit. Chase said, I try to bring you back, motherfucker. You motherfucker. But me and Chase talk. That's a funny, yo, let me tell you something. That's a funny motherfucker, y'all. Yo, that nigga Chase is crazy, man. And you know what Chase problem is? I don't even know if he watching this. You know what Chase problem is? Uh-oh, she said, have a good show. I got to run back to court. Keep me posted, girl. Kills 22 says salute to the Dice in the chat. Shoot, salute. Chase just got a good heart, man. And me getting caught up, that's all. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, if y'all heard about the situation with him and Jamal Saladin, China went crazy. Great grandson and we were building, we went crazy. But that nigga behind the bar, let me tell y'all something. If y'all niggas pay attention to this nigga, like I said this from the beginning, and there's times he used to get on my nerves. I'm not gonna lie. There's times he used to get on my nerves because it seemed like he be stretching sometimes. But then I think about this, man. This is YouTube, man. And what he's doing for him and his family and his money is what he's supposed to do. I had to sit back and pay attention and just catch myself about certain shit. But he went crazy with that situation. You dig what I'm saying? And me personally, I'm just going to be real. I'm just going to be real. Shout out to Chase Milano. He has a dispensary in New York. You know what I'm saying? A Chase shop. If y'all in New York, hit him on the gram, follow him, delivery service and everything like that, getting money. Shout out to him. And then shout out, that's a fact. Always the queen. I'm telling you, check it. People were saying that shit. Word up. And it's times when I didn't get notifications like fucking with China. I'm like, God damn, why the shot these niggas on? I ain't get my shit. Go back and my shit is off. Chase got a good dispensary. Jamal's getting money with him. See, I don't know. See, maybe y'all can help me with this. Maybe y'all can help me with this. Maybe y'all can help me with this. I can understand Chase being upset for whatever he went through with him, because let me explain something to you. If you look out for somebody, you try to show somebody, you know what I'm saying, some love, and they just forget about that, that shit can be upsetting. Sometimes you just got to sit back and just let people be who they going to be, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're going to sit, but you got to just sit, because I know Chase. Chase just, he venting. He on Instagram. If he was really trying to bring it to YouTube like that, he would have pulled it on his page and blew the shit off. Chase on Instagram, he bugging, he doing this shit, he venting. You know what I'm saying? And for what I hear from the whole story is like, God damn, like, if I fuck with you, how could you shit on me? You dig what I'm saying? And then they said something about Jamal asked him if he could get back on and get some money. You know what I'm saying? See, me personally, like I said, my mother told me this. I can't expect everybody to think like me. If I had a fall, if I'm getting money with somebody, respectfully, if I'm getting money with somebody and we have a misunderstanding is a misunderstanding. That's not a fallout. See, fallouts to me, I can't come back. I don't, if we have a fallout, it seemed like something was a different intent behind it. You know what I'm saying? Because it never was a fallout prior without any money involved. You dig what I'm saying? Sometimes money bring out certain energy. You understand what I'm saying to you? So respectfully, we just get away from each other when it comes to that bread. You know what I'm saying? Let's just fuck with each other on some, yo, you my bedroom, I'm your bedroom. When it comes to that getting money shit, we don't get along. You know what I'm saying? Our shit is off, but I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you. You ain't gonna let nothing happen to me. I love your family. You love mine, and so forth and so forth. Some business is just not supposed to be pertaining to money when it comes to some friends. Some friends you have the ability to help you grow in money. Some friends just don't. Some friends are just supposed to be friends, like great companions. You know what I'm saying? So whatever's going on with him and Jamal Saladin, you know, I guess YouTube, I guess that's interesting. I don't know. I know what I'm interested in. Maybe some of y'all are interested in that. I can't knock you for that, because what's interesting about it is everybody wants to talk about how somebody used to work with somebody and they no longer work together. I'm like, I don't get it. But, you know, if y'all see something interesting in that, man, you make sure y'all go support all that shit. And shout out to everybody that's keeping the content to the fact where it's going crazy. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to do intelligence over ignorance over here. Make sure y'all bell notifications is on. I'm taking wrenches. Salute.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?